Hello chess lovers, just tuned into Lichess titled Arena. We have 55 minutes and the tournament will be over. As you can see, the reigning world chess champion DrDrunkenstein is leading the tournament with decisive 107 points. Let's tune in and have a look at one of his games. Okay, DrDrunkenstein is playing with the white pieces and he's playing against an international master, Michael. This time, as I've already noticed, DrDrunkenstein is not berserking, yes, and he has nearly scored 100%. What's going on? Wait. Yes, at some point he had 100% score, but later he lost several games, but still he is leading the tournament and I'm sure that he's going to become the winner. He was trying to intensify the pressure on g7 square, but still black is defending, and now he's offering the exchange of queens. But this pawn, I think, is going to play a very important role in the game. Here comes the second knight, and what's going on? But black managed to win that. Oh, black is blundering. Rook takes g7, and then knight takes d6. This is going to be over, and finally black resigns. Let's go back to our tournament standings. DrDrunkenstein is leading. In the second place is Rebecca Harris. I wonder who is Rebecca Harris. And Operweisen is in the third place. Did Drunkenstein start another game? Yes. We'll mainly concentrate on his games. He's playing a really brilliant game. Let's see. How did they start the game? Okay, Caro-Kann defense was played, right? The chat is very active. We have 1667 spectators watching this game right now. The interest is really very great. And that's very natural. The reigning world champion is playing bishop f8, getting rid of this dangerous knight on d6 square, and now white is winning the pawn on d4. Sorry, black. DrDrunkenstein is on the black side and he's playing against a strong player, international master Operweisen. Strengthening the bishop on f4. But white is challenging the bishop, kicking away the knight, but still white is holding and white has a decent position. Coming after the pawn on h7, black is winning the pawn on g5, and what's this? Okay, white wanted to win the pawn on b7 by giving up the a-pawn, but now Carlsen is also winning the pawn on e5. And let's see, okay, he will go for exchange, and this is a winning pawn endgame. And there it goes, white resigns. Let's go back against to our tournament standings, and let's wait for our world champion to start another game. Rebecca Harris. There it goes. Grandmaster Carlsen is playing against Grandmaster Fargo. We see no berserk today, as I've already mentioned. Yes, no berserk. Last time, probably he made some conclusions. Last time it was really very hard for him to convert his advantage because, yes, time pressure is a real issue. Still, we have an equal game with slight advantage maybe for white. White's position is more active, but okay. And now Carlsen is winning the pawn on a7. And there it goes. The rook penetrates the 7th rank. The a5, a powerful move. Will black manage to stop that a-pawn? I guess that's going to be very hard. Bishop c5 maybe? Yes, bishop c5 and the a pawn marches forward. Check. Oh, what a deadly fork. Look at this. And black resigns. Let's go back to our titled arena. And here we see the standings again. Let's wait for another game, and DrDrunkenstein started another game. He's playing against international master Fondip. Did he play Scandinavian? Yes. DrDrunkenstein went for Scandinavian defense, and he's offering an exchange of queens, going for an endgame. The Lord of Endgames is offering an exchange of queens. He's really very strong in the endgames, like Bobby Fischer. Okay, this b7 pawn drops, but okay. White managed to collect some pawns, but still, materially they are equal. Materially they are equal, and there it goes. Carlsen is winning the pawn on a2. I think this pawn now will play an important role. Let's see again, offering an exchange of queens, going for an endgame, but white is coming after the pawn on e6. Okay, the f2 pawn was hanging, blocked the e file, and here we go. A pawn marches forward. How is he going to protect? Bishop c3 maybe? No, bishop e7. Bishop e7 covering the 7th rank. Let's remove my arrows, and the a pawn marches again once again. Bishop f6 coming to support the diagonal. Captured. Oh, he blundered the rook. Yes, Mr. Drunkenstein blundered a piece. And now he will capture, but still this is going to be winning. Yes, this is going to be winning. He blundered, but still this is winning. Pre-moving. Both players have only a few seconds on the clock, but I think he will manage to convert this. There it goes. The king is penetrating, coming after... White went for a cunning f6 move, but Carlsen was very careful. There it goes. We see the standard checkmate on the board. Nice game, nice game. Rebecca Harris is still in the 2nd place. Operweisen, Michael, and Junviox Monsieur. I guess this is... I am not sure, but maybe this is MVL playing? Who knows? Leave your comments, please. Let us know if you have any information about Monsieur. DrDrunkenstein has started another game, and he's playing against Grandmaster Fargo. The knight is coming, eyeing on b4 square. Fargo is playing very actively. Let's see. Not afraid of the world champion. e3, and somehow at d4 white managed to free his position. Now white will consolidate his position, and this is going to be okay. b4, there, queen b3 maybe, and no, queen b3 finally. But oh, nice job. The bishop came, and black managed to win the pawn on b4. In return, Carlsen is capturing on b7. But still, this is going to be a tough fight. An equal, I think, I guess, and a tough fight. Putting more and more pressure on d4, but Carlsen is getting again a passed pawn on d file. But opposite color bishops... Will he manage to make some progress? Let's see, he's down on time, 18 seconds and 20 seconds for white. C-pawn marches forward, and he's managing to stop it. No, still not. The king is coming to support white pieces. Looks drawish, I think, but this is bullet and everything is possible. Okay, Carlsen managed to win that pawn on c file. Now the bishop goes after the... Okay, and will this be... Yes, this will be winning. And now he will start collecting these pawns. No, this is a draw. This is a draw. I'm sorry. Opposite color bishop, and this is a draw. The wrong color bishop. And this is a... Oh, Carlsen managed to win on time. Nice job, Mr. Drunkenstein. Well, actually, this is a theoretical draw, but he won on time. Let's go back to our game and wait for another game. There it goes. Dr. Drunkenstein is playing against Rainman. Rainman started with d4. Waiting for Dr. Drunkenstein. What is he going to play? Knight c6 and knight b8. A funky opening. What are you doing, Dr. Drunkenstein? He's playing against that mysterious Rainman. Everyone was asking in the chat who is Rainman, and let's see. Let's see now, how is Rainman going to play against the world champion? Rook b1 protecting the pawn. Actually, the pawn was hanging, right? Let's see what's going on. Trying to exchange the dark square bishops, and Carlsen is winning an exchange. Look at that. White blundered. c4. Queen takes c4. And now, will black exchange the knights? No, knight d4. Okay, again, he has an advantage and he goes for an endgame. White is thinking too much, I think. Carlsen is leading both on time and also positionally. This is going to be winning. Collecting the pawn on the queen side as well. Coming after b3 pawn, and finally Rainman resigned. Let's go back to our tournament again. And did he start another game? Yes, we see another game by Dr. Drunkenstein playing against international master Mikhail. How many spectators are there? Oh, this Carlsen's game always arises a lot of interest. White has exposed queen side, but this knight stands really very solidly still. No problem at all for white. And white has so many extra pawns. I guess this should be winning. Okay, too much pressure on b2 square, and Carlsen went for an exchange sacrifice. But with this monstrous pawns, this is going to be winning. There it goes, e6. Black king is now in danger, and the e pawn also marches forward. 21 seconds, 19. Dr. Drunkenstein is thinking e6. What is black going to do? Maybe some checks on b1 was coming. That's why the knight came to support. This time checkmating threat was from a1, and he's winning the rook. And it's over. Look at that pawns. Exchanging the queens as well. They're winning the rook, and it's over. Okay. Checkmate. No. No checkmate, but black resigned. Let's go back to our tournament again, and Dr. Drunkenstein has started another game. b3 was played. White started with Larsen's opening. Again, we are going for an endgame where Magnus Carlsen has an extra pawn. Bishop against the knight. Putting more pressure on f2 square, check. And now what is white going to do? First collecting the a2 pawn, and then on f2 Okay, maybe some pinning the knight. F5 can be a real threat. No, but knight d6. There is knight d6 move. Oh no. Black will capture with a check. I'm sorry. And black is winning a piece. And already this is just a matter of technique. Oh, we see this magnificent checkmate on the board. Look at this checkmate. Let's go back to our tournament, and DrDrunkenstein still waiting. He's not playing yet. Again, DrDrunkenstein is in the first place. 137 points, 97.83. He's leading the tournament. Penguin Jim 1 is in the 10th place. Knight King 4th, and DrDrunkenstein has started another game. Okay. Check, a very unpleasant check. Queen f2, what will it give it? Oh no, he's going to win the bishop. Okay, Queen h2 was the monstrous destructive move, forcing white king to move on the first rank and winning the bishop. And then maybe the rook was also coming, I'm not sure. Okay, he's playing against Penguin Jim 1. This is their overall score, 153-105. Both players are very fast. Okay, coming after the knight and the pawn, right? Queen d5. DrDrunkenstein, we are waiting more from you. What's going on? First kicking away the queen, and maybe at some point black can win a piece, right? I guess so, yes. Looks like that, yes. And he decided to keep what? But what's this? Carlsen simply won a queen, and I guess it's over. It's over. Now he will go maybe some queen h4. Knight g6, mating threats, and Penguin g1 resigns. DrDrunkenstein, so far as we can see, he has lost only one game, 2 games. 2 games, yes, 2 games. Very impressive. We are witnessing impressive games by the world chess champion. Okay, he's playing against Rebecca Harris. Rebecca Harris has an overall equal score against the world champion. A powerful player, definitely. Let's see. Some guys are writing that it's Ivanchuk. I don't know. What a woman. That isn't Hikaru, homie. Okay, let's concentrate on the game. But the chat is burning, right? The chat is burning, and white has pinned the rook on d6 square. Finally, he will capture on d6, winning an exchange. And this pawn on e6 also looked very monstrous, but okay, trying to penetrate, but Carlsen managed to get rid of that pawn. And the rook also penetrates. What a powerful player. Some mating threats were coming, I'm sorry. That's why the king again is kept, but this is crushing. Check. Okay, capturing can be dangerous. Queen will come. Let's see. What's going on? What is Rebecca Harris going to do? But from that terrible position, looks like that DrDrunkenstein managed to escape. Yes, from that terrible position. Now we have an equal position, and black's king is of course more active, but will this be winning? Yes, I guess yes. Now he will come after this pawn on g5, and black resigned, I guess. Yes, also this f3 pawn is dropping, and it's over. What a swindle. He managed to pull out that brilliant swindle and... But DrDrunkenstein, okay, he's playing against Finns, John Bartholomew. John is a very powerful, but I can't understand why did he give up that pawn on g2 square. John is a powerful Scandinavian player. He knows all odds and ends of Scandinavian, and he went for it. He went for his favorite Scandinavian. Okay, capturing can be dangerous. All these forks are coming deadly, but this is going to be... The knight will come maybe before then. No, still exchanging, and then b4, right? Okay, kicking away the king, capturing on a6 as well, and then protecting first the pawn on b4. Going for this endgame. Will he manage to convert? He has a passed pawn on a file, but black has some counterplay. No, black is too late. Too late, I guess, and this is going to be winning. Black is late, and DrDrunkenstein beats John Bartholomew. DrDrunkenstein hasn't started yet. But how could his Swindle pull out that brilliant Swindle against Rebecca Harris from that terrible position? Penguin Jim is coming. He's in the 7th place. And this is going to be a tough battle. Still we have 33 minutes and the tournament will be over. DrDrunkenstein has started another game and he's playing against Grandmaster Fargo. Coming after the e3 pawn. Okay, capturing with a rook and going again for an endgame. f6 maybe? Okay, f6. Materially they are equal, but let's see. f5, and then will it double up the rooks on g file? Yes, and the king is coming maybe. c6 first, undermining white's pawn structure. Nice move. Covering the 7th rank and offering an exchange of rooks. Is this winning? I'm not sure. I guess this should be winning. With his 3 pawns against 2 double pawns, I guess he will manage to convert this. Still making some waiting moves, and h4, yes. And then one of these pawns will escape, definitely, yes. Wait, who will be faster? And this is going to be a draw, right? Okay, I blundered and the game ends up in a draw. But that endgame was really a very interesting one. Need to analyze that endgame later. I felt like there should be some winning lines, but not sure. Not really sure. Still waiting for DrDrunkenstein to start another game, and there he is. Against Rebecca Harris. Very powerful player, Miss Rebecca. Okay, some captures, and in the end of the day, who is going to knight c2? The knight is... Will this knight manage to escape? I guess no. Bishop c4 will come, and that knight looks like he's going to be trapped, right? What about bishop a4? Yes. Yes, the knight is trapped, and Carlsen exchanged the knight with 2 pawns. But this is terrible, I think. This is terrible, and White should definitely win. This will be just a miracle. At some point a4, yes, a4 is coming. This will be a miracle if he will manage to save this game, but I don't think so. We saw that Rebecca Harris is really a very powerful player, and there it goes. This pawn will... Why didn't she capture on a7? Okay, exchanging the bishops as well, and this time DrDrunkenstein loses. DrDrunkenstein started another game, and his rating was nearly already 30,000, but he lost a game. Playing against Grandmaster Ogrilla. I guess Sicilian was played, right? Okay, we will check it later, but yes, I managed to figure out it was Sicilian. b3. Okay, covering the king, still needs to consolidate his position. Castle. Okay, oh, he blundered a piece. That deadly discovered check. Just won a piece. How could Mr. DrDrunkenstein blunder like that? But now he has 3 pawns on the queen side, 2 passed pawns, but this is going to be hard. I don't think that this is possible to save. I don't think. Even for DrDrunkenstein, this is going to be very hard to save. Coming after f2 pawn. Why isn't Ogrilla capturing on g3? I don't know. What is this king going to do? Ogrilla, be careful, please. Don't get checkmated. Bishop h4 maybe? No. Ah, the queen came to support the rook, and then bishop. Okay. Coming from too much pressure, and now already there it goes. With some beautiful maneuvers, and DrDrunkenstein lost another game. He got tired, and these guys just started beating him. Georg Meyer, he's playing against Georg Meyer. Famous grandmaster. What a funky move. h5. What's going on? I prefer white's position, of course. White's position is preferable. Moving away the queen from d file. Yes, it was under attack. Will white man dare to castle kingside? Of course he went for it. But still no danger for white, I guess. This h file is opened up, but the knight on g5 just blocks the queen's path, kicking away. And now already the queen came to penetrate, but f5 kicked away. The queen wants to penetrate from the h file, but again, now we see the exchange of rooks and already no danger for white. The e5 going for a breakthrough and making his pieces more active. Queen d5 check. Can he win some material? I don't know. The queen is penetrating, but still white is holding. Georg Meyer is holding. Okay, queen c7, and this time it's time for black king to escape, right? Coming after the a7 pawn. King h4, king g5. Okay, now he's coming after this pawn, I guess. Losing the pawn on g4 as well. How could he? He is definitely already playing on time. Okay, Carlsen is not giving up his knight. No exchanges. There could have been some maybe perpetual. This knight is going to help black queen to... Okay, Georg Meyer is also losing the queen, and this is going to be over. Okay, for safety, Carlsen also capture the last pawn, and there it goes. Georg Meyer loses on time. Look at Carlsen's clock. DrDrunkenstein. Rebecca Harris Operweisen. Waiting for another game to start, and there it is. We see a game against Operweisen. He's winning with impressive 15-0 score. Oh. Very impressive, leading with 100% decisive result. Queen is kicked away, but this, okay, getting rid of that weakness, but wait. Bishop g5, queen d7, and now white will try to target the pawn on d5. Will he manage? No. Exchanging the dark square bishops, getting rid of that fianchetted bishop. f4, kicking away the knight, and f-pawn marches once again. Knight f4. The way he is placing his pieces on that active squares is just astonishing. Now the knight is kicked away from its outpost. Knight e4. Will it be a good idea? No. Okay, but the queen is hanging, right? And he goes for... He got rid of the knight and then forked everything in every possible way, and now we have this exposed king and everything collapses. I guess Carlsen could also find some mating lines in there. Waiting for another game, and there it is. We have another game on the board. Michael is playing against Michael. Michael is in the 18th place. "23 minutes and 30 seconds and the tournament will be over." Okay, will he manage to win the pawn on d5? Not really, he was trying to penetrate. But still, this king on h6 square actually looks in a very dangerous situation. Rook b8, there it goes. I guess now he'll penetrate the 8th rank, maybe with the second rook as well. No, the second rook comes on b7 square. Why didn't he? Ah, yes, that deadly fork. Look at that. Check, and forked everything. And it's over. Waiting for another game. Fins is doing pretty well, I guess. In the 10th place. A very tough tournament, but he's doing pretty well. So many streamers, look at this. I should also definitely start streaming. Playing against international master Operweisen. Ah, yes. This time he has 16 points. Checkmating thread was hanging, and black is winning an exchange. Another checkmating thread. Okay, but black should definitely... If black can't win this game, then which game can win black? But white's center is actually very powerful. Now if he captures on f4 with the g-pawn, king e4 centralizing the king, a4 also drops, winning another pawn. Okay, he will capture and then on a4, right? Nice trick, nice trick. Some forks were coming, right? Knights are always dangerous. I hate playing against knights in bullet games. Okay, got rid of the bishop, but this is going to be a game played on time, right? Carlsen is but pressing hard. The king goes, I guess, now on... Okay. Coming after the pawn on f7, and this is going to be terrible, I guess, for Operweisen. No, he will manage... Will he manage to exchange the knight with the... This is going to be hard pre-move, fast, quick pre-moving, and again DrDrunkenstein is winning. But even if he managed to get rid of that pawn, then again, with a single knight against a pawn, Carlsen could play on time. Waiting for another game, and here we go. Again we see a tough battle against Rebecca Harris. H pawn marched forward. Did you see that pawn? Sacrificed the pawn and opened up the H file. Knight e7, getting rid of that knight from that dangerous outpost on d5 square. But white is actually doing pretty okay. I guess white still is not daring to castle kingside. Okay, there will be no castling, but he placed the king on f1 square. This is safer, I think. Getting rid of the knight on b4, b3, rook a3. A very complex position. Okay. How did Rebecca Harris manage to push that a pawn so far? He should cover, I think, but okay, deadly fork and also mating threat, and DrDrunkenstein resigned. Will he manage to go for 3000 rating during this tournament? Let's wait and see. Again, he's playing against Operweisen. So many games against Operweisen. Scandinavian against Operweisen. All this standard stuff. And his queen was actually trapped, right? Let's go back. Yes, the queen was trapped. Actually, it's always very dangerous to have that queen on the queen side. Yes. It's always very dangerous because white can always go for that queen hunt and try to trap the queen. And this is terrible, I guess. Two bishops against the queen. Rook a6, rook c6. What a move. An interesting move. Accepting this rook sacrifice would have been very dangerous. Then the mating threat would come. And now, how is white going to checkmate? Carlsen is still holding. It's playing on time. Oh. Now this can be dangerous because of this discovered check. And the rook is also hanging. Look at this. And he managed to promote the pawn to a queen, win the rook as well, and already this is what? And b2 check. This should be winning. There it goes. This is going to be winning. How did he manage to convert that into a victory? Operweisen, you had all chances to win. How did Carlsen manage to fight back again from that position? That's just astonishing. Another game, and he's playing against Yunvux Monsieur. Very hard to pronounce his name, a Frenchman definitely. French defense was played, and the Frenchman went for the French defense. f5, trapping the bishop. What? And finally, the Frenchman resigned. Verdenote is in the third place. Operweisen fourth, and DrDrunkenstein as usual is leading the tournament. How many minutes do we have? 15 minutes and the tournament will be over. Another game against Michael. Did he start with f4? No, d4. Black has an extra bishop? Where did he manage to get that bishop? An extra bishop against the world champion. Let's see. How is he going to convert that into an advantage? Queen d3. Protecting the pawn on f7 and... Now bishop f... No bishop f1, bishop f3 this. Bishop f3. But still, white is holding. What about capturing? And then e6 will come, right? Okay, Carlsen managed to win back that bishop, but... Yes, and this should be... He should convert this rook. Rook b3 and the pawn marches forward. This is going to be winning. Down a piece, he's managing to convert king f6. And now the king will start collecting every possible pawn and everything on its way. It's over. DrDrunkenstein won the game. I don't know why did that bishop come to f3 square. And then white lost that bishop. 13 minutes. Waiting for another game by the world champion. Okay, another game against the Frenchman, I guess, against. Yes. Knight is coming on b4, I think. Okay, nice outpost for the knight. And white king stuck in the center of the board should become a target. But first black needs to open up the center. How? The knight is coming, not allowing any e5 breakthroughs, and the queen tries to penetrate, looking for weaknesses. There it goes, castling queenside, and DrDrunkenstein is also winning the pawn on h2, coming after f2, but that can be dangerous. Such a complex position, full of I don't know pieces. How are these guys going to managing to figure out what's going on? Look at this. Will he capture? Of course, he's also capturing. But what was wrong with knight takes f2? No, I think that was better. I guess so. Okay, finally. And white resigned. There were some already, yes, mating threats. That's why queen f2 was played, creating some mating threats for white king, and white resigned. Titled Arena, here is the top 10 standings, and we are going for another game with DrDrunkenstein and Rebecca Harris. Some guys are writing that Rebecca is Krishuk, but who knows? Who knows? Some guys Norditsky. Okay, all these are opinions. h4? No, h4, the knight was hanging actually. That's why, coming after the pawn on g7, f4. King comes, yes, yes. Managing to guess Carlsen's moves. And this is becoming dangerous. No, the queen now is covering the 5th rank. How is he going to... Okay, blocking the 5th rank. King h2. And already some mating ideas are hanging over the board. This is going to be terrible. Queen d8, but and yes, some discovered checks or maybe mating threads, I don't know. This is going to be over, and black resigned. Another game by the world champion against the Frenchman. Frenchman went for Sicilian defense, right? e6 not allowing any e6 moves or bishop f7, nasty sacrifices. Let's remove my circles. Knight e4 coming after the pawn on d6. What about knight d6? I really like this square for the knight, but what was wrong with knight c5? Okay, bishop c5. Bishop c6, sorry. Okay, takes, counter-attacking, white queen. And I didn't manage, that was, I don't know, they were playing some checkers maybe. In the end of the day, who is who and who has more pieces on the board? Okay, Carlsen is down on time, and this is going to be okay. He's losing another piece as well, and it's over. He resigned. That was actually deadly fork. Scandinavian defense. DrDrunkenstein went for Scandinavian. Okay, let's see. Knight d4. Nice pawn on d4, I really like it. Bishop c6. Okay, coming after the bishop on b3 square, kicking the bishop away. And now he is h6, right? Will we see the exchange of bishops? Well, he could actually exchange and queen d5 force an exchange of queens as well. But now white is going for very tricky sacrifices on the king side, exposing black king, and another sacrifice. What's going on? But where is the checkmate? I think with so many extra pieces, this should be winning. No problem at all. Queen h3, yes, queen h3 can't be captured because a mate, and it's over. It's over. Fargo resigned. 7 minutes. 7 minutes till we can enjoy DrDrunkenstein's pretty quick games, and the tournament will be over. Looks very drawish, but this is bullet, and when you are playing bullet f5, he went for, you simply grab that pawn. A free pawn is always a valuable piece, especially in bullet game. Bishop c5 or some pins maybe. Okay, counter-attacking black knight. Let's see, how is black going to put more pressure? Yes, knight, rook. What is this rook doing? How can black get rid of this rook on d5? Putting... Now he will capture on e5, yes. e5 and collecting... Oh, nice tactical shot, deadly forks. And white is managing to gain advantage with extra pawn, a knight against bishop. Coming after the a7 pawn. Oh, nice move. Using the fact that en passant can't be played because the knight will be lost. White is thinking, what are you thinking so much, okay? Oh my god. This is going to be winning. Yes, this is going to be winning. At any moment black will give up the bishop for the pawn on f-file, and it's over already. We see a queen on the board. It's over. DrDrunkenstein. Waiting for another game. Rebecca Harris is in the second place. Where is Fins? No. We can't see Fins, but he's playing against Azaro. Again, Scandinavian defense as usual. This time Carlsen is experimenting with Scandinavian. Knight takes d4, a deadly fork and weakening White's king side. Okay, let's e5, yes, e5 is always a good idea. f6 maybe, but f4 is coming. How is Carlsen going to? I don't know. Rook h5, nice trick. I like it. And now he's offering an exchange of rooks. Nice trick and winning the pawn on h3 as well. I really liked that rook h5 move. Nice one. Took him a while to find that move and now he's doing pretty okay coming after these pawns. Grab everything which is free and no. Oh, he went for an exchange sacrifice against Petrosian-like style. Wow, winning the bishop as the rook as well, and it's over. Time to resign, Azaro. Nice job. 4 minutes and the tournament will be over. DrDrunkenstein is leading, Rebecca Harris, Opervason. Penguin Jim is coming in the 4th place. But he lost the last 2 games. Another game, g3. g3 was played and he's going for this King's Indian attack type setup. I'm pinning the knight and then preparing f4. DrDrunkenstein, bishop h4 maybe? Yes, we see bishop h4 and white is closing the center. c4. Coming after the pawn on c5, but black is successfully, and now he is grabbing, but in return we see knight takes d3. So many pieces are captured. c4, b7 was also, this bishop was so quick. Did you see that? Okay, c4. What about capturing? What's wrong? Honestly, I didn't see anything was wrong with that move. But anyways, and now black blundered. Waiting for another game to come. Yes, we see another game against FIDE Master Hawk 20. Goodbye, Hawk. Yes, goodbye, Hawk. Still, it's early to say goodbye, Hawk, but this D pawn is really very annoying. Should be very annoying. Bishop a6 at some point can come. And now we see this deadly pin. Looks like that white is going to lose some material, right? Yes, and white resigned. Penguin Jim managed to win the last games. I guess he berserked and he's going to end up in the 4th place. Will we see another game with DrDrunkenstein? And no, he's playing against Georg Meyer. Putting more pressure on the long diagonal, and we see the exchange of bishops. The rooks also drop h3. I guess there will be also an exchange of rooks and the queens as well. And we are in the endgame with single knights. Let's see. These knights are always dangerous and knight maneuvers can be deadly. These are like snakes, you know, these knights are very sneaky. h5, no. He's keeping still the h pawn. At some point, Carlsen is hoping to grab that pawn on g6, I guess, protecting the pawn on c3, but black actually... I was telling you that knights are actually very sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay. And now he's coming after these pawns. The king is too far. The king is coming after the h. Okay, who is faster? Takes. Who will be faster? And white is... and black is faster. This is going to be winning. Georg Meyer and... yes. Georg Meyer is winning. This pawn is unstoppable. And the tournament is over, and let's see. DrDrunkenstein is winning the tournament. Rebecca Harris is in the 2nd place and Operweisen in the 3rd place. Who is Penguin Jim, 4th place, and Yunvux Monsieur, 5th place. And you can also see up to the 10th place on the board. Okay. Did Carlsen manage to get up to 3000 rating? Let's see. No. This much, dear friends. I hope that you enjoyed this tournament. As for me, I really enjoyed this game by the world chess champion DrDrunkenstein. Drunkenstein again showed his high class. You can see his performance is equals to 30,056. That's impressive. That's like Stockfish was playing. If you enjoy these games, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. We'll try to record more tournaments and share it with you. Good luck.